Have you ever wondered why some couples maintain an electrifying passion in their relationship, even after years together, while others slowly drift into routine and emotional distance? What is the secret ingredient that keeps intimacy alive, making love not just a physical act but an experience of deep emotional connection and unwavering trust? Today, we are stepping into a conversation that many hesitate to have openly, yet it is one of the most profoundly intimate and emotionally charged aspects of a romantic relationship: oral pleasure. Specifically, we will be exploring vaginal stimulation through the mouth, not merely as an act of physical gratification, but as a gateway to deep emotional intimacy, heightened connection, and unparalleled pleasure between partners. If you've ever felt that intimacy with your partner has lost its spark, or that something is missing in the way you connect on a sensual level, this video is for you. Because true intimacy is not about mechanics, it's about emotion, presence, and the unspoken language of love that goes far beyond words. Why you must watch until the end. By the end of this video, you will white heavy checkmark understand why oral intimacy is one of the most powerful acts of love, trust, and devotion in a relationship. White heavy checkmark learn how emotional safety and communication play a crucial role in heightening physical pleasure. White heavy checkmark discover the secrets to creating anticipation, deepening connection, and ensuring your partner experiences waves of pleasure like never before. White heavy checkmark uncover expert-backed techniques that enhance responsiveness and sensitivity, making every intimate moment truly unforgettable. White heavy checkmark gain the confidence to embrace and explore your sexuality with curiosity and appreciation, regardless of age or experience. In a world where relationships often struggle under the weight of routine, miscommunication, and emotional disconnection, understanding the deeper layers of intimacy can be a transformative experience. This video isn't just about physical pleasure, it's about revitalizing passion, deepening emotional bonds, and embracing your sensuality with confidence. So, if you're ready to discover the true essence of passionate intimacy and how it can strengthen your relationship in ways you never imagined, stay with us until the end. Because what you're about to learn could change everything. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. The profound art of oral intimacy, awakening passion, connection, and sensory ecstasy. Today, we are stepping into a conversation that many hesitate to have openly, yet it is one of the most profoundly intimate and emotionally charged aspects of a romantic relationship: oral pleasure. Specifically, we will be exploring vaginal stimulation through the mouth, not merely as an act of physical gratification, but as a gateway to deep emotional intimacy, heightened connection, and unparalleled pleasure between partners. In our society, discussions about sexuality, particularly those that dive into the nuances of pleasure, intimacy, and emotional bonding, are often clouded with taboos, misconceptions, and discomfort. Many couples, even those in long-term relationships, shy away from openly expressing their desires or exploring new ways to connect sensually. Yet, intimacy, when embraced with openness, curiosity, and a genuine desire to nurture the relationship, can become a beautiful, fulfilling, and deeply transformative experience. Far from being a simple exchange of physical sensations, oral intimacy is an art, an expression of love, devotion, and trust. It is an act that allows partners to step into a space of complete vulnerability and unfiltered passion, where they communicate without words, using only the language of touch, movement, and sensation. It is where desire meets affection, where the need for physical pleasure intertwines with the longing for emotional closeness. More than just a technique or an act of physical gratification, oral intimacy has the power to ignite passion, build trust, and strengthen the foundation of a romantic relationship. It is not merely about the mechanics, it is about the mindset, the emotional attunement, and the unspoken dialogue between two people who desire to explore the depths of their connection. Embracing sexuality with confidence and curiosity. Before delving into the intricacies of technique and stimulation, we must first acknowledge the importance of embracing our sexuality with confidence, openness, and respect. Sexuality is not something that diminishes with age. It evolves. It deepens, transforms, and takes on new dimensions that we may not have been able to appreciate in our younger years. As we mature, our understanding of pleasure shifts from superficial excitement to profound fulfillment. The rushed, fleeting encounters of youth give way to slower, more meaningful moments of deep sensuality. We learn to focus not just on reaching an end goal but on savoring the journey, the subtle, electric build-up of anticipation, the delicious tension of teasing touch, and the intoxicating pleasure of feeling truly desired. When we move beyond societal stigmas and self-imposed inhibitions, we open the door to a world of richer, more fulfilling intimacy. Rather than treating sexuality as a mere physical act, we can embrace it as a sacred expression of love, devotion, and emotional connection. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The transformative power of oral intimacy. Sexual fulfillment isn't solely defined by penetration. True intimacy thrives on diversity, exploration, and emotional attunement. Oral stimulation offers an alternative avenue for pleasure, one that allows both partners to engage in a deeply sensual, highly personalized experience. It introduces a world of sensation that is uniquely intimate, enriching a couple's sexual dynamic and opening doors to newfound levels of closeness. But oral intimacy is not just about physical pleasure, it is about emotional connection. It requires trust, a willingness to be vulnerable and allow your partner to explore your most sensitive, intimate places. It fosters communication, a silent yet powerful dialogue where every moan, every sigh, and every movement conveys unspoken desires. It cultivates intimacy beyond the physical, a level of closeness that is deeply personal, where partners learn to express love and desire through action rather than words. Beyond the physical realm, oral pleasure fosters an unparalleled sense of trust and emotional security. To give and receive pleasure in this way requires openness, attentiveness, and an unspoken agreement that both partners are willing to listen to each other's bodies, respond to each other's needs, and create a safe space where desire can flourish without inhibition. As we mature, the need for emotional connection in our relationships deepens. We crave more than fleeting passion. We seek profound understanding, genuine appreciation, and a love that transcends the physical. In this regard, oral intimacy becomes an extraordinary form of emotional expression, a way to say, "I see you, I cherish you, and I desire you," without uttering a single word, creating the perfect atmosphere for sensual exploration. One of the greatest misconceptions about sexual pleasure is that it begins with direct physical touch. In reality, pleasure starts long before the first kiss or caress. It begins with the mind, the heart, and the atmosphere we create. Anticipation is one of the most powerful aphrodisiacs, and the ability to build desire before the act itself can make all the difference in the experience. A lingering gaze that conveys admiration and desire can awaken sensual anticipation. A gentle touch on the lower back, the inner wrist, or along the neckline can send shivers of excitement before a single intimate act occurs. Whispered words of appreciation, telling her she is beautiful, that you love the way she reacts to your touch, build an environment of comfort and excitement. Soft caresses, kisses along the thighs, and teasing movements that delay gratification enhance the pleasure when it finally arrives. Every woman is unique, and no two paths to pleasure are identical. What brings immense pleasure to one may not be the same for another, which is why the foundation of all great intimacy lies in attentive communication. This does not mean only spoken words. It means being perceptive to her body's subtle cues, the way she breathes, the way she moves, the way she responds to different types of touch. When you attune yourself to these signals, you begin to navigate her personal roadmap to ecstasy. Mastering the art of oral intimacy. The greatest secret to unforgettable oral intimacy is not a single technique. It is the emotional connection behind the act. When you approach it with genuine enthusiasm, confidence, and a deep desire to bring your partner pleasure, the experience naturally becomes electrifying. Psychological studies confirm that a woman's ability to experience heightened pleasure is deeply connected to the emotional safety she feels with her partner. When she feels seen, adored, and respected, her body relaxes, her mind lets go of distractions, and she allows herself to fully immerse in the pleasure being given to her. Before we explore specific techniques, it's important to remember that arousal is a journey, not a destination. Rushing the process can diminish the intensity of pleasure, while taking your time can heighten every sensation tenfold. A final thought: the true essence of passionate intimacy. Passionate, fulfilling intimacy is not about following a script or executing a set of techniques. It is about being fully present, fully engaged, and fully in tune with your partner's desires. It is about creating an experience that is as emotionally fulfilling as it is physically pleasurable. In the next section, we will explore expert-backed techniques that maximize pleasure, enhance responsiveness, and create an experience of deep, lasting connection. But always remember, the real magic of intimacy lies in the emotional bond you nurture, the trust you build, and the way you make your partner feel cherished, desired, and deeply satisfied. The female anatomy is a breathtaking masterpiece of sensitivity, an intricate tapestry woven with delicate nerve endings and deeply responsive zones, each capable of eliciting waves of pleasure when touched with care and reverence. It is a realm of sensuality that thrives not on hurried hands or mechanical technique, but on intention, patience, and the ability to truly listen to a woman's body. Within this wondrous landscape, the clitoris reigns as a central source of pleasure, yet it is merely one radiant star in a galaxy of erogenous wonders. To unlock the full depth of intimacy and pleasure, one must embark on a journey that honors every curve, every quiver, every whisper of desire that the body expresses. To begin this journey, it is essential to cultivate an atmosphere of trust, relaxation, and anticipation. Physical pleasure flourishes in an environment where a woman feels safe, adored, and deeply desired. Soft candlelight, the warmth of skin against skin, the slow rhythm of breath sinking between two bodies, these elements lay the foundation for an experience that is as much about emotional connection as it is about physical ecstasy. The path to deep pleasure is not rushed. It is a dance, a slow unraveling of tension into blissful surrender. Before approaching the clitoris, let the body be awakened gradually. Begin with slow, deliberate caresses along the labia majora, allowing the fingertips or lips to trace feathery, lingering patterns. These outer folds, often overlooked, are rich with nerve endings that come alive under a lover's gentle touch. The warmth of a hand resting there, the soft brush of lips teasing at the edges, such seemingly simple gestures send ripples of pleasure throughout the body, building a deep sense of arousal before direct stimulation ever begins. As anticipation builds, shift your attention to the labia minora, those delicate, highly responsive inner lips that swell with desire as arousal deepens. It is here that subtlety becomes power. Every whisper of movement, every flicker of contact, ignites something primal and electric. Light strokes, teasing nibbles, and warm breaths create an intoxicating interplay of sensations, awakening nerve endings without overwhelming them too soon. The art of touch is not in its intensity but in its intention. The goal is not to force pleasure, but to coax it, to nurture it until it blooms naturally, effortlessly. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Approaching the clitoris requires both reverence and patience, for it is a jewel of unparalleled sensitivity. With over 8,000 nerve endings, more than any other part of the human body, it is capable of delivering pleasure so profound it borders on transcendence. Yet, like any treasure, it must be approached with care. Too much pressure too soon can feel overwhelming, while too little may leave sensation unfulfilled. Instead, the moment should unfold with tenderness. Begin with feather-light touches, teasing at the edges before gradually increasing in intensity. Let the body be your guide. Listen to the rhythm of her breath, the soft shifts in her hips, the sighs that escape unbidden. A lover who learns to read these silent cues will wield a power that no technique alone can match. A fundamental key to sustained pleasure is variation. The body is an intelligent instrument, and it quickly adapts to repetitive stimulation, leading to diminished sensation over time. To maintain the intoxicating crescendo, introduce changes. Alternate between slow, deliberate movements and unexpected, playful strokes. Varying between circular, side-to-side, and vertical motions engages different nerve endings and prevents sensory fatigue. Experiment with levels of pressure, shifting between barely there caresses and more insistent, lingering strokes. The contrast between gentle flicks and firm, steady pressure can send pleasure rippling through the body in waves, heightening arousal and anticipation with every shift. Yet, oral pleasure is not limited to the tongue alone. The lips are powerful instruments of desire, soft, warm, and capable of delivering an array of exquisite sensations. Kissing, sucking, and gently pulling at the skin amplifies pleasure in a way that licking alone cannot. Even the simplest act, warm breath cascading over damp, sensitized skin, can send shivers through the body, igniting nerves in a way that is as much psychological as it is physical. The mouth becomes a conduit of sensation, offering contrast between wetness and warmth, between movement and stillness, between anticipation and release. One of the most powerful techniques involves using the entire mouth to envelop the clitoris, applying soft, rhythmic suction interspersed with tender licks. This delicate balance between suction and stimulation mirrors the body's natural rhythms of pleasure, increasing the intensity while maintaining a comforting sense of control. A lover who masters this art will find that their attentiveness and skill can bring their partner to a state of complete surrender, a release that is as much emotional as it is physical. However, true pleasure is not just about technique, it is about presence. There is an undeniable power in maintaining the perfect rhythm once a woman is nearing the peak of pleasure. Sudden changes at a crucial moment can disrupt the delicate climb toward climax, making consistency in movement, pressure, and pace essential. But just as vital is the emotional connection, watching her, feeling her body's responses, and letting her know, through touch and presence, that she is not only desired but cherished, that her pleasure is not an obligation but a privilege. Beyond the clitoris, an entire world of erogenous zones awaits exploration. The perineal area, a deeply sensitive space between the vaginal opening and anus, responds beautifully to soft kisses and delicate pressure. The inner thighs, often neglected, contain an intoxicating mix of sensitivity and anticipation, making them the perfect prelude to deeper exploration. Even the lower abdomen and hips, when caressed with purpose, can stir a powerful response. Alternating between these areas and returning to the clitoris prevents overstimulation and allows the pleasure to build in an organic, full-bodied way. Yet, the act of giving and receiving pleasure is not solely a physical endeavor. It is an emotional and even spiritual exchange. In relationships where trust, love, and genuine admiration exist, acts of intimacy take on a deeper meaning. For mature couples, where the connection runs deeper than fleeting passion, oral pleasure becomes an expression of devotion, a reaffirmation of desire that defies the limitations of age. It is a reminder that attraction does not wane with the years. Rather, it evolves into something richer, more profound, and infinitely more meaningful. Sexual intimacy in later years holds a unique kind of beauty, infused with wisdom, tenderness, and a deeper appreciation for the body's ability to experience pleasure. A woman who receives oral pleasure is not just experiencing physical sensation. She is feeling desired, valued, and deeply connected to her partner. This kind of closeness transcends the mechanics of sex and ventures into the realm of the soul, where bodies and hearts intertwine in an unspoken language of love and affirmation. Masters and Johnson, pioneers in human sexuality research, long ago revealed that sexual satisfaction is directly tied to the quality of a relationship. A bond built on respect, understanding, and mutual pleasure fosters a level of intimacy that no fleeting passion can rival. In this space, oral pleasure becomes more than just a physical act. It becomes an act of reverence, a way to say, without words, I see you, I desire you, I adore you. As we embrace the reality that sexuality has no expiration date, we free ourselves to explore, to experience, and to revel in the depth of pleasure that can only come with time, trust, and the wisdom of years lived fully. May this understanding encourage you to nurture your intimacy with curiosity, respect, and the boundless joy of discovery. Now that we've explored the profound art of oral intimacy, its emotional depth, its transformative power, and the techniques that elevate connection beyond the physical, what has resonated with you the most? Have you discovered a new way of thinking about intimacy, trust, and connection with your partner? What is one insight from this video that you will bring into your own life to enhance your relationship and deepen your emotional and sensual bond? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below and share the one thing you've learned today that you're excited to explore in your own journey of intimacy and connection. And if this video has been insightful for you, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers, educates, and transforms relationships. Thank you for watching, and remember, intimacy is an art, and when nurtured with love, patience, and genuine desire, it can create the deepest, most fulfilling connections of all. See you in the next video.